are going to start by preparing the ingredients for the batter. Here we have chickpea flour or garbanzo bean flour, baking powder over there. I have garlic powder, ground turmeric, paprika, apple cider vinegar, 1 cup of water. We may need a little bit more water, so but I have some water here, so I'll get some when I need it. And salt and pepper over here, and I have fresh parsley and fresh chives, which we are going to chop those in fine pieces. Now I'm going to mix all the dry ingredients. So I have in my bowl, I have 1 cup of chickpea. What else do I have there? Half a teaspoon baking powder. So this is my baking powder. Half a teaspoon of that. What's next? Baking powder, half a teaspoon paprika. So let's get some of this. That's paprika. And half a teaspoon garlic powder. So let's get some of that. Where's my garlic powder? There it is. And if you like more garlic, you can add a little bit more, but it's pretty garlicky. Then we have half a teaspoon turmeric powder. So let's get some turmeric here. So that's that. What else is there? Salt and freshly ground pepper. I'm going to add my salt and pepper at the end, just to make sure that I'm not adding too much or too little. So these are all the dry ingredients. Let's mix them well. So this is my 1 cup of parsley. Let's add that. And this is my 1/4 cup of a cup chives. So that goes there. What else? Mix well and set aside. So I'm going to mix this really well and put it aside and get started with the next part. So to this mix, I'm going to add water, 1 cup of water, and apple cider vinegar, so 1 teaspoon of that. Let's get there we are. Now we're going to mix it well. Next part, I'm going to get the vegetables ready. So here I have my garlic, onion, mushrooms, tomatoes, spinach, and olive oil. So now we have all the ingredients for the vegetables part ready. So that's my 2 cups of spinach, baby spinach, cherry tomatoes. Then we have garlic, half a red onion minced, and mushrooms, olive oil, salt and pepper. So we are ready to take all of this to the stove. Okay, so we are at the stove. We are going to start with frying the vegetables. So I just go over the recipe here with you. Heat a non-stick pan on medium high. So that's happening right now. I had my extra virgin olive oil inside. So now we are going to put the garlic in here and saute that for 30 seconds. So won't take too long. And then for the next part, it says add the onion and saute for 2 minutes. So I'm going to add the onion. I'm going to put my timer on here. Minutes. Let's go. This is a bigger pan. You don't need this big a pan this size. I just chose this one that you can see better what I'm doing here. Already started. Smells so good. So let's see what we have for the next part. Then we are going to add the mushrooms and then stir for 2 minutes. That's looking good. They're getting slowly, slightly golden brown. The timer is telling me that I have 50 more seconds, so I'll just follow that before adding the mushrooms. Okay, so 2 minutes done there. They add mushroom here. Beautiful. And back to the recipe. So we'll stir it for 2 minutes. Put the timer on. And I'm going to stir this for 2 minutes. So everything is getting nice and golden brown. Yeah, there we go. That's our 2 minutes. Then we're going to season with salt and pepper. With salt, a little bit of pepper, and then I'm going to add the tomatoes. Add some of the tomatoes, and I'm going to let this cook for 3 minutes. So, timer back on, saute this a little bit, and I'll let this cook for 3 minutes. Here we are, timer's on, 3 minutes up. And now I'm going to turn off the stove and add all this spinach, and I'll let it just simmer on the heat and let it wilt. So I'll get back to this when my spinach is a bit wilted, and I'll show you how it looks. So as you can see, now my spinach is wilted. See, from that 2 cups of spinach, it looks like just a tiny bit is left. Now I'm going to put all of these veggies in a different container. You can put it on a plate, or you can put it in a bowl. I'm going to just transfer it here to my other pan, because that would make it much easier, and then I can start frying the batter with you. So all the veggies have been transferred to the other pan there. I put some oil in my pan, nice and ready to go. And back to the recipe. So let's see what it's telling me. Maybe that So I need 1/3 of the batter and wait for it for 2 to 3 minutes. So just gonna put 1/3 of that, a little bit more. You can have it in a round circular shape or whatever shape you like. And I'm going to flatten it a little bit to be nice and smooth. So I'll give it a couple of minutes and then come back to it and flip it around. So this is getting nice and golden. Now I'm just getting a little bit more help. I'm going to flip this around. Look, it's beautiful. And I let that stay there. That was for the other side. For another 2 to 3 minutes. And we're going to add the vegetables to this. Lovely. Perfect. So this is nice golden brown. It's ready. I'm putting it on a plate over here. And add 1/3 of that, the vegetables that it's still nice, warm, and the steam is coming off of it. So some on the side. If you like to add more vegetables, if you like to add especially more spinach, feel free to do so. And if you like, you can just easily, so I'm using my hand, roll it around, and there we go. That's our omelet. Let me bring it closer to you. You can see how beautiful that is, and it smells amazing. Okay. I hope you'll make this and you'll enjoy it.